Well, in the wise words of the internet and just people in general, Disney Plus, Disney is a corporation and a corporate entity, and Hulu, baby, y'all better count them days. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we?
You are now tuned in to a PNerdy Films Productions. Perfect films made by perfect nerds. We thank you for watching. Enjoy. And you are now tuned in to the Prince Onyx Network with your good guy here, Prince Onyx.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your good guy here, Prince Onyx, ONYX. You already know. If you don't know by now, formalities are out of the way. Now, yes, like I was saying, Disney Plus and Hulu, Disney Music, Disney Cruises, Disneyland, Disney World, Disney as a corporate entity. Jesus Christ, somebody's muffler is going, ain't it? Anyway, count your days. Now let's get into it. So as we all know, with the situation that happened with Jimmy Kemmel and him basically getting fired, and allegedly word on the curb is that he is suing for a violation of the contract, but that's neither here nor there. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But as a result of what they did to Jimmy Kemmel, because he didn't say anything outlandish, people have decided to take matters into their own hands by that of boycotting and protesting with their dollars. If it's one thing about it, two things for sure and three for certain, is that in order to really cause a dent, you have to fight back with your dollars, because that's all that they understand is money. Now, I'm not saying that even if they decided to hypothetically reinstate him and bring him back on the air, everybody should go back in droves. No, we should stick to the plan. Canceling Disney Plus, canceling Hulu, and again, if you really want to hit them pockets, cancel that trip to Disney World. Cancel that trip to Disneyland. Cancel that Disney cruise. You ain't got to see Minnie and Mickey this year. They'll be alright. Goofy, Donald Duck, the rest of them, they will be okay. You know, is it unfortunate? Yeah, but you know what also is unfortunate? The attack on freedom of speech. When again, even the executives had said that, hey, Jimmy Kemmel didn't say anything too outlandish, but because of the fear of backlash from that of the FCC, it's like, oh, well, we don't want them coming after us because you know who they're tied to and you know who the chairman is good friends with. They decided to cave in like some cowards, and that's the problem. That's the problem, is that people are bending the knee and caving in when it's just like, bro, damn. And you know, part of me is like, as a filmmaker, right, I'm like, well, damn, what about the shows that are coming back like Abbott Elementary? And it's just like, hey, you know what, Quentin and them just gonna have to be alright with getting less viewership. But it's not to say that people won't be watching Abbott Elementary, they just won't be watching it on Hulu. I'm just looking for the truth, looking for the lie. People ain't gonna miss out, they just won't be watching it that way, that's all. If you know, you know. Like, if you know, you know. They just won't be watching it that way, and that's okay. Because again, when it comes down to it, are you going to comply and be complicit and complacent in what's going on, or are you going to fight back? And I'm glad that everybody, all of us, united, we formed like Voltron, okay? Powers of Captain Planet, whatever, Wonder Twin powers, activate. Girl, we came together. Wonder Twin powers, they activated, and everybody is doing what we need to do. And honestly, it's going to save you so much money in the long run, so that you can invest in other things. And because those of us who are imaginative, we can use our imagination. We got books. Those who got books and action figures and video games, such as myself, hey. And for those who were like, oh, well, what am I going to do about the music that I was streaming? This is why I am adamantly and vehemently against streaming. Just, here's the thing, the last couple of dollars that Disney ever needs to get from you, if it means that much to you to have your High School Musical and Cheetah Girls music in rotation, buy it off iTunes, download it. Well, once you already downloaded, you have the files. There you go. Because when you continuously stream, that money, not all of that money is going to those artists, to the people who record it, to the producers, whatever the case is. They are getting about like damn near a penny of 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 that. Really research how much people are really getting from the streaming, because it's not them who's getting much of it, it's the people who own it. The people who own the masters, who own the publishing. So if it means that much to you, let this be the last little bit of money that they get. I'm giving grace and nuance in this instance, and just go ahead and download it from iTunes. Boop, there you go. Because I mean, the way Spotify is changing their stuff and allowing for AI generated music to be on their platform, why continue to support a platform like that anyway? Pull back and be willing to pull back from these corporations. Be willing to say, hey, enough is enough. is enough. Be willing to do that, because if you're not going to stand for anything, you're going to fall for just about any and everything. Stand for something. If you can't stand for something, you're going to fall for any and everything. Had to catch myself, right? Yes, stand for something. Don't just fall for anything. If it means that much, let that be the last little bit of money they get. Once again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm serious. Let that be the last little bit of money they get, and that's it. And again, you know what you could do with that refunded money from that canceled Disney cruise and that canceled trip to Disneyland and that canceled trip to Disney World? Do you know what you can do? A whole lot more with that money now. See it that way. Think of it that way. You get caught up on some bills, pay down a credit card or two, whatever you put towards that money comes back. Do what you need to do with that. Better yet, plan another trip somewhere else, to a different country, whatever the case is, a different state, whatever, a different city. Do something else with that. Educate your family on something else. Explore new cultures, new food, whatever the case is. You can do so much more with that. So think of it that way as well. Again, now that we have all canceled and we are continuously canceling, accordingly and allegedly, they're losing about, if not they have already lost about like what, 5.80 billion? 5.80 million, whatever the number is. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just reporting off what I've been seeing. Yeah, they've been losing money. They've been feeling the brunt of it, because no more are we going to suffer and just let this slide. And you know it's even you know it's serious when even actors like the woman who plays She-Hulk was encouraging people to cancel their subscriptions. Pedro Pascal, who plays Mr. Fantastic, Franklin Reed, right? Reed Richards, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, even he's telling people, not necessarily telling people to cancel, but he is standing by Jimmy Kimmel. And granted, people like Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert, they're going to be all right. These are two beloved, rich, white men, okay? They will be all right. Literally, Stephen Colbert could zeal me $500,000 right now, and he'll be all right. Jimmy Kimmel could zeal me $750,000 right now. He'll be all right. They'll be all right. But you know who really were the first warnings and precursor to that of censorship and what we're dealing with? Joy Reid and Don Lemon. But because they are black, right, even though we can debate about if Don Lemon is black like this or black like that with the mindset, that's another conversation, right? They were the first to get it. But because we live in two different Americas, two different realities, when they get the flu, we get the cold, vice versa, they get the cold, we get the flu. Because of that, people ignored it and didn't heed the warnings right then and there. Because they figure, oh, well, you know, they're black, so whatever, right? But now that Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert, well, even it was Stephen Colbert first, and then Jimmy Kimmel, now people are like, oh my God, clutching their pearls. I can't believe it's affecting me. Of course it's affecting you. Like, are y'all okay? So yeah, it's just super expialidociously unfortunate. But here we are, where it's getting to the point where Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers, they're being targeted. He is targeting them next. The View and The Talk, they're being targeted. They've already allegedly been whispering and murmuring, and if not fully decided to launch an investigation against The View. It's getting real out here. Mainstream media is feeling the brunt of selling out. Again, you have journalists going to Substack, independent journalists rising up, because this is the time for independent journalism to rise. Point blank, period. This is the time. This is the time. This is the goddamn time. So again, cancel those Disney cruises, cancel those trips to Disney World and Disneyland. Trust me, you will thank yourself, and your wallet and pockets will thank you in the grand scheme of it. And hold the fort. Hold the line. Just like we did with Target, we can do this with them. Now, if they start making announcements about a CEO stepping down, that just means they're moving up in the company and someone else is coming into their position. And you know, it's even crazier when you have the former CEO of Disney. Even he's criticizing what they did. You got, what was it, Ben and Jerry's, the CEO from there, stepping away because the parent company that owns them won't let him speak as freely. People are taking a stand. People would rather be on the right side of history than to be on the wrong side of history. And that should tell you something. That right there alone should tell you something. So again, I stand in solidarity with those of us who have canceled our subscriptions, Those who are still contemplating it, if you haven't done so, I'm not going to be, berating you and beating you up and beating you down about it. Take as much time. But when you're ready, which should be now, just to let you know, it should be now, go ahead and click that cancel button. You'll be good. You'll thank yourself for it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You already know. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love when y'all talk back. It's your good guy here, Prince Onyx, and yeah, I salute you all. Let's do this. Power to the people, always, now, and forever. Peace.
And thank you for tuning in with me, your good guy here, Prince Onyx. I look forward to seeing you all again real soon. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This has been brought to you by PNerdy Films Productions. Perfect films made by perfect nerds. Thank you for tuning in with us.